Hey, hello everybody. I'm meteorologist Ashley Smith here in the First Alert Streaming Center with your Sunday morning streaming show. And we are already seeing some rain on radar, so I just kind of wanted to get right into it and talk more about storm chances as we head through the rest of this week. As always, leave your questions in the comment section, and I will get to them as we head through the rest of the streaming show. So hopefully everybody's having a good day. Yes, we do have some rain on the way, some thunderstorms as well. And not only today, but really for the next several days. And there has been an update to the strength of these storms. Yesterday, we were talking about really not looking at severe storms. Now there is a marginal threat for Monday and Tuesday. So we're going to get into that here pretty early in the show as well. Right now outside, as you can see here at Clover Nook Country Club, clouds starting to build in. I stepped outside probably an hour ago, just about 10 a.m. Air was already very thick. It's 84 degrees at CVG right now. So already off to a warm start, off to a rather humid start, kind of that thick feeling in the air. I guess start is relative. It's 11 a.m. probably. I mean, I started my day a long time ago, and I'm sure some of you did as well, but it is still the morning hours, and it's already very warm. So we're going to get close to 90 this afternoon. And again, we're already seeing some of these showers across parts of the area. Now, we're not seeing any lightning locally, and a lot of this rain is starting to die out as it gets closer toward the area with this first round, I should say. So we do see some of these showers moving into parts of Grant County, Dry Ridge, seeing some of that rain as well. Then as we move into southeastern Indiana, moving toward Lawrenceburg, both Dearborn and Ripley County seeing some of that rain. But the thunderstorms are still off to the southwest. So moving now north and northeast of Louisville, I think a lot of these storms, I think what's going to happen is it's almost splitting. You can kind of see that happening right now with kind of this round moving off to the northeast, this kind of batch moving this way. And so if they do split, then we're going to have more minimal impacts, especially in the downtown Cincinnati area, which Getta Fest is continuing today. I believe it started at 11 a.m. Unfortunately, our Newport on the Levee camera is down, so I can't look down there. But Taylor Davis was down there earlier this morning as they were kind of setting up for the last day. The last day this weekend. It continues next weekend, of course. But again, we want to just focus on the fact that while these storms are not expected to be severe, there is some lightning. So that can always be something that can be dangerous. You can see right now that a lot of these storms that we're looking at north of Louisville are not going to impact many of us here in the tri-state. Now, southeastern Indiana, definitely going to see some impacts there. But again, with it kind of splitting over top of Louisville, we'll see more minimal impacts. However, this isn't all that we have to deal with today. We see some more rain off to the southwest, but this is definitely going to be that main line of storms that we really expect during the afternoon hours. So already looking at those storms on radar right now. Here's what I would say. If you do have outdoor plans this afternoon, I think between the hours of about 2 and 5 p.m. is our best chance for those thunderstorms. And not expecting severe weather, but brief but heavy downpours. These storms are only moving about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And then, of course, the lightning always needs to be taken seriously. So hot and humid today. Storms possible from about 2 to 5 p.m. That's our best window of opportunity. Storms possible again tomorrow afternoon, and then another round overnight tomorrow as well. So we have actually a couple of rounds of thunderstorms headed our way, not just today, but throughout much of the week. Now let's look at what the high resolution rapid refresh model is showing. So again, about 2 p.m. we're starting to see more in the way of those thunderstorms rather than just showers. Continues until about 5 p.m. and then it just fizzles out. So it's not very long. Again, southeastern Indiana seeing more of those impacts even into the overnight hours. And then tomorrow we start off mainly dry with that round of storms again during the afternoon hours. So very similar to what we kind of expect for today. The biggest difference is that tomorrow evening through early Tuesday morning, we're going to have some stronger thunderstorms. So that's why the Storm Prediction Center actually does include us in a marginal threat for severe storms for Monday and Tuesday. Let me show you what that looks like, because this is today, and we don't have any threat of severe storms. Now tomorrow, again, the marginal threat basically to our west of Cincinnati, kind of the western maybe quarter of our viewing area. And then this is Tuesday. Tuesday, the entire region has a marginal threat for severe storms. So again, we're going to be looking at mostly a chance for those strong gusty winds. Again, this is Tuesday. Ignore that box there. But the Storm Prediction Center is highlighting parts of our region On Tuesday, well, let me look. On tomorrow, they're saying there is a 2% tornado threat west of us, 5% wind threat, 5% hail threat. So basically all modes of severe weather. On Tuesday, they don't get that specific. They just give us, again, that marginal threat kind of blanketing the region. So just have to keep an eye on it, because basically what they're saying is that any storms that do roll through could be strong to severe. So they all have the potential, of course, to be dangerous. Mostly gusty winds, I think, is going to be our biggest threat. Okay, again, just want to remind you, and I know I showed you this yesterday, but we are still, parts of the region are in that drought, that moderate drought or abnormally dry, and so we do need the rain around here. We're not the only ones, though. A large portion of Ohio included in that drought monitor, so the rain not necessarily a bad thing. Of course, the storms are bad, especially when they impact our outdoor plans. Temperatures across much of the region have already warmed into the 80s this afternoon, today. It's not even noon. At 11 a.m. these were the temperatures. 85 in Florence, 83 in Milford, Mason, and Hillsborough at 82. Connersville, Batesville, Warsaw in the 70s. A lot of that influenced by the cloud cover, as well as those storms getting closer, kind of bringing at least a brief reprieve from the heat. But the humidity, of course, very high for everyone, and that's why it's going to feel warmer today. The actual temperatures will be very similar, but the dew points in the 60s and 70s, so making it feel pretty humid and pretty sticky outside. Now, tomorrow, Bengals training camp. Now, training camp tonight is from 6 to 8 p.m. I think the storms are out of here. This is tomorrow. I probably should have said that that's for Monday, but either way, gates open at 1:30 tomorrow. Practice is from 2:15 to 4:10. I think your best chance for storms is going to be toward the end of that practice, probably about 4 to 7 p.m. tomorrow. So I think we get through most of training camp without those disruptions. And I also think that the Reds game is going to be okay. It'll be close. We'll have those storms kind of in the vicinity, so we'll have to keep a close watch on that. But I think they should be able to get in that game between some of those storms. Very humid air this week. That's going to be the big talker, the humidity as well as those storm chances. But when you're talking about dew points climbing into the 70s with temperatures near 90, that makes it feel very uncomfortable. Dangerously hot and humid weather expected really much of the week. So dew points in the 70s with temperatures in the 90s will make it feel like it's closer to 100 at times. So if you are going to be out and about, again, just something to keep in mind. I was going to see if, let me look at the projected heat indices over the coming days. This might only show me tomorrow. So tomorrow it's going to feel like it's in the low 90s. Tuesday it only takes me out through. Let me see if I can go a little bit further than that. Okay. So yeah, so Tuesday afternoon at times it will feel like it's closer to 100. And that's only Tuesday. That's some noise in here that sounds suspicious, but I think we're okay. It's kind of like a humming sound. Anyways, I do think that the heat indices in the coming days, we could see a heat advisory be issued. Of course, if that happens, we will let you know on our app, on air, online, all of the all of the ways that we can alert you to anything like that. Excuse me. We're going to look at a different model than what I showed you earlier for those storm chances. So again, they're starting to move in from the southwest. 2 to 5 p.m. I think is our best window. So if you're in the downtown Cincinnati area, think in terms of like 3 to 4 p.m. your best chance for those storms. They diminish overnight, and then tomorrow we do see another round of storms in the afternoon hours. But again, I think training camp is going to be fine. I think the Reds game is going to be okay. It's overnight tomorrow into early Tuesday morning. I think that's why we're highlighted in that area for the potential of severe storms. Just a marginal threat, but still the potential is there for those severe storms, because we are going to be looking at those stronger storms during the overnight hours Monday into early Tuesday. So here's a look ahead to that 7-day forecast. Temperatures remaining quite warm, quite humid with highs near 90. We're also looking at, of course, daily chances for showers and thunderstorms across parts of the area. So just, something to keep in mind if you do have those outdoor plans. I know for a lot of folks, summer is kind of winding down, not trying to wish it away, but I know towards the end of the summer, people realize I haven't gone to the pool as much as I wanted. I haven't gone boating as much as I wanted. So if you are going to be doing those outdoor activities, you're going to have to be dodging some of those showers and storms, and there's a danger associated with that, right? So we just want to make sure that you're safe if you're going to be out and about. even though the storms are going to be pretty scattered at times. Let's kind of look at more of the week in detail with these storm chances. Again, today, yes, we do see those storms moving in. 2 to 5 p.m. is our best chance. They diminish overnight. More storms tomorrow afternoon. I know this model trying to bring in rain in the morning. That would be very, very spotty. I think this is very much overdoing it. Tuesday morning, though, no doubt we're going to have some storms. Really beginning Monday at about 10 p.m. until Tuesday about 8 a.m. We'll have those storm chances around, and some of those could be strong to severe. Wednesday, the stronger storms look to stay away from us, but we have an isolated chance for thunderstorms. The same is true Thursday. The same is true Friday. And then it does look like right now the weekend starts with storm chances on Saturday, but Sunday will be dry again. That's next weekend. That's not today. And then as we look ahead to rainfall totals, and the models are all over the place because it's hard to predict where some of these storms will pop up. Where we see the thunderstorms, totals could be more than 2 inches, taking us all the way through the work week. But where we don't see the storms, you're looking at 1 inch or less. So it's going to be a bit of a difference across the area. Let's go back to radar. Let's see what's showing up right now. Okay. Just catching up on some questions. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, so we are seeing those showers and storms off to the southwest right now, going to continue to move closer toward the region in the coming hours. I do think, excuse me, I should have muted the mic when I did that. I apologize. I think our best chance for storms is, again, across the area. And I'm talking about storms. Now, these showers that you see outside right now, not going to be that big of a deal, especially what you see moving east of I-75 there in Grant County right now, going to stay south of the split. Those are just showers, and they're moving at a decent enough rate. Now, the storms that you see near Louisville, I'll track those for you. So let's just track this one storm cell that's kind of the closest to us. At the current speed, these would not be in Cincinnati until closer to 4 p.m., but they're in Florence by 3. So again, they're moving at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Let me see if that has changed. Yeah, I agree, David. I could use, my grass is pretty burnt. I was looking at the speed and then it went away. Okay, yeah, they're still about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Let me see here. Yeah, so that's what I have plugged in here. So yeah, you're looking at 2 to 5 p.m. I think is our best bet for thunderstorms around the area. A lot of them are weakening those. They move here. So if you're counting on rain, if you're betting on rain, I would not put any money on this because it's still going to remain pretty scattered. Thank you, Tim. I tell you what, thank you, Arthur. You're welcome. Sunday on these streaming shows that I've been doing have been far more popular than Saturdays. So I'm going to keep that in mind going forward with, you know. And I think that, and you guys can tell me, but I think that a dust devil, no way. That's kind of cool. Actually, let's see if there's any kind of wind speeds. I was going to say, I think that, sorry, man. Take a drink, Ashley. That might help. No real wind gusts out there. I just wanted to pop that up for a second. That maybe like keeping it, I mean, this is still relatively new. I think I've only been doing this for a couple of months now. The tornado chance and the wind chance are equal, but it's only a 2 to 5% chance of either one of those. And that's for Monday night into Tuesday morning, Rachel. But anyways, we can always tweak the format of this, but I do think on Sundays, you know, people are trying to get out and about. You're trying to plan your week ahead, trying to, you know, keep it precise is what I'm trying to do. Richard, it is going to rain today. Anywhere between 2 to 5 p.m. is the thunderstorms. We're going to see rain chances anytime between now and 5 p.m. But the thunderstorm chance is kind of peaking during the heating of the day, the highest humidity too. Those dew points already in the 60s, and in some spots it'll be close to 70, if not into the 70s today with the dew points. So, hi Janie, or Jane. Hi Jane. But yeah, Rachel, I would be more concerned about wind, and if there is a tornado threat, it's those brief spin-up tornadoes. Of course, Ethan Emery will have your streaming show tonight at 6, and he'll have more details, I'm sure, about those storm chances. Rain today, anytime between now and 5 p.m., in the downtown Cincinnati area between about 3 and 5 p.m. is going to be your best chance. I just tracked these storms moving out of Louisville. They would be in Florence by about 3 p.m. They would be in Cincinnati by about 3:45 if they stay on that same track. But what's happening, if you look here to these storms that are near Louisville, they're starting to break up. So they're not as organized as they once were. So I do think that, because what we'd really be tracking, let me draw it here, is kind of into the Cincinnati area. You're really looking at these storms right here. Not necessarily these storms. I think these storms kind of stay west of Cincinnati, and even our southeastern Indiana county should have minimal impact. Not expecting severe storms today, but of course that lightning, always a concern. So thank you guys for, I would say, to be safe, just keep it inside, Tina. Oh, well, unless it's after 6 p.m., then you should be fine. The storms won't last very long. Yeah, David, next time, if it's safe to do so, send us a video. That'd be great. Okay, all right. So again, we're going to continue to track these storms throughout the day today and the next several days. Every day this week, we have a chance for thunderstorms until probably this time next week. Thank you, Richard. Hurricane outlook, I actually just had that pulled up. We're still tracking that one system that's still very far away from us, but it now has a 40% chance of becoming a tropical system in the next 7 days. It still has a 0% chance in the next 48 hours. So probably sometime in the middle to the end of the upcoming week, that will become a tropical system as it heads toward the Lesser Antilles. I think that's where it was most recently. GetaFest, I would say between 3 to 5 p.m., probably the time you want to avoid it. That's when we do have the best chance for those storms. So no real strong wind gusts, though, just yet. Could be a brief wind gust, which obviously wouldn't be very good. The Ferris wheel, something to stay away from during that time, too. Well, thank you guys so much for all of the interaction. I'm working on a story about a pet fundraiser today, so I think I'm going to log off of here and go work on that. But thank you guys so much for all of your questions and participation. I appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you actually. I'm filling in for Steve Horsemeyer the next several days, so I'll see you at night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, that makes sense, David. So yeah, if you have outdoor plans, 2 to 5 p.m., best chance for those thunderstorms. Otherwise, you should be okay with just those, again, those thunderstorm chances continuing the next several days, off and on for the next several days, so we'll be busy in the Weather Center. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day.